something psychologically to them. It's like it triggers something. People that are used to something and they no longer getting it, they become the most dangerous beings you can come across. Man.
Hey, animals are like that.
Yeah.
Hey, put food in front of a hungry dog, let him get real close, start eating it, and then try to take it away. Bite your arm off. Straight up. Will literally rip you to shreds to eat the rest of that food.
I had a dog one time. He used to growl at his food before he ate it.
No, that wasn't at his food. That was for anybody who fuck with him.
God.
You going there, right?
Yep. It says fullness of bread and abundance of idleness was in her.
Yep. That's right. This place has got his hand in everything, man. Corrupting the world.
Hey, idleness. You know, when you're idle, that means you're just
got nothing to do.
You ain't got shit to do. You got enough time to just do a bunch of bullshit.
Stagnant.
You got time to be quick to run to mischief. You know, you planning on schemes and plots and to do some wickedness. You know.
Yep. Plot. That's what you got time to do. Plot.
Idleness. All these stupid ass challenges that you see on the internet, it's a result of idleness.
It's a saying in the world saying an idle mind is the devil's playground.
Hey, I heard that in the church before, Christian church, when I was into that bullshit. There was some cool sayings that came out of it. You know, things that make it easy for you people to understand, but you people didn't care. You just went past over that, and then all of a sudden they sang and you forgot the message. But they weren't pushing the real message. This is the real message. Get yourself right with the Heavenly Father according to the Bible. How do you do that? You gotta follow what this book say. Don't let the book follow what you say. Follow what the book say in its full truth and sincerity and all truth. Okay? That's how you do it. How do you know how to do it unless you have an interpreter? We're out here still. We're all over the internet. What more are you looking for? Huh? What more do you want? The Heavenly Father sent out his public service announcement. Now, whatever comes next, that's on you for not taking heed and preparing yourself for it. Okay? Nobody's going to pity you when this happens to you because you were warned.
We are the Heavenly Father's warning.
Yep.
You know, we're sent out to warn the people, to prophesy, to tell the people the things that are to come. Mainly you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, these are the times we're living in. This is going to happen. The devil is Esau Edom. He's coming down on you, having great wrath. You're the children of Israel. Hey, the message is out there. The warning is out there. You take heed. You take heed. If you don't, hey, we're going to you. We're describing your end. Hey. Thermonuclear fire.
That's right.
It says fullness of bread and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy.
Yep.
And they were haughty.
That's America, man.
And committed abomination before me.
Another way I like to think about it, another phrase for haughty, like your shit don't stink, man. America act like this shit don't stink. Okay, and the pride, that same pride is on you women in this place. That's how you know. America's a woman, that harlot, that act like her shit don't stink. That she can't be touched, that she can never be defiled.
Yeah, America is like a whole, like a liberal, a sexually liberated woman. She boasts about how nobody can tell her nothing. She gets over on a lot of men. She gets showered with all type of gifts and
like Cardi B to me.
Pleasures. You know what I'm saying? And then they also have the nerve to look at other women that actually dress modest. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not as loose as she is. You know, they have the nerve to look down upon those women that's trying to be chaste, so to speak. And, she live a different lifestyle. She has a certain standard to her. That's kind of like how America is, man.
That's right.
You haughty as hell, but yet you ain't telling the world how many diseases you done caught.
Yeah.
How many abortions you didn't have to have.
Yeah.
How many failed relationships you done went through.
Yeah.
You ain't, but you gonna look down on another woman who got herself who's trying to keep herself together, and she ain't living like you. Come on, man.
That's a great analogy.
That's
great analogy.
To be haughty when, hey, that kind of damn near describes, was that Isaiah the 3rd chapter?
Yep.
Where the Lord said, you know, he will curse them with baldness.
Yep.
But why did he snatch down their glory? Because of their haughtiness, man, their proud look. You know? This society act like as if it's better and more moral and more sophisticated than any other nation. But yet these other nations is looking at your shame like, well, no, y'all the dumbest people on the earth. You know? Look at how wild you are. Look at how undisciplined you people
always
are.
in the middle of some shit.
Out of order.
Yeah, you can't control your women. You know what I'm saying? Your people are out of shape. They're overweight. They're obese. Even children are obese over there. You know, so how are you to dictate to us, you know, our moral conduct?
How are you the standard of how everyone else is supposed to live?
And come with your democracy, trying to push your standard in the earth when your shit ain't working for you.
Everybody's a damn sodomite, a lesbo. Meanwhile, diseases are running rampant within your country.
Why do you think those diseases are running so rampant here? The lifestyle that the American people keep. Because of what the America itself allows people to do. Too much decadence, too much freedom, too much liberty. No control of rules. It's chaotic over here.
Before, like decades ago, people would want to send their children over here to get a better opportunity in life and all of that shit. Now, these nations ain't sending, they don't want to send their children over here because it's going to corrupt them. And if they do, they're not welcome back, especially those Middle Eastern countries. A lot of those women come over here, they get slutted out, and they not, if they go back, they're going to get killed. I got one, real quick. It's Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
It is.
Yeah, the rainbow flags waving in the air, the American flags waving in the air. You know what I'm saying? All that pride, man, that shit is finna be brought down.
And how is it that you Edomites can drive around burning up gas? You know, because you can afford it. That's a sign of the pride that you live with, because you got it like that. Because you ain't hurting, like Jake is hurting in these ghetto neighborhoods, man. Jake ain't outside driving around. Jake outside trying to just get out, just being rebellious. But they can't drive.
Trying to indulge in some folly.
Yeah, but they can't drive though. You out here burning out money, literally burning money in your gas tanks, and don't give two shits about it, because you know ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Okay, because of that pride.
Yeah, but things can change.
Yeah. Things are gonna change.
In certain places,
told you.
There's certain places where you can't be found in your car driving no freaking where.
That's right.
Oakland is completely shut down right now.
Hey, but who encompasses Oakland though? That's the thing that you ain't realized. Who lives in Oakland? It's mainly us, our people, man.
I wonder if you could ride still. I think they closed down Frisco, but I'm pretty sure you can still drive around.
You can still drive around, bro. If it's essential, you can still drive around.
Right.
You know, Oakland, you can't. You can't drive around, no matter what. Hey, they like, ain't nothing going good happening in Oakland. We don't care about what's happening in Oakland. Nothing but niggas and spicks over there. We don't give a shit what happens to them. That's the truth about it. Hey, they said you do quarantine, but it's okay for you to walk around and ride bikes and shit. And you people ain't seeing it, man. People ain't seeing it. Is that it on that? Go ahead,
This is Nahum, chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts.
That's America, man, corrupting the whole earth through witchcraft and sorceries, man. Lies and deceit. They're making deals to bring these countries money in. Okay. They're deceiving the earth, man, and these other nations are starting to get tired of it. Okay, they're at the point where, okay, we are making something happen over there, a little money. We are able to do this and that, but generally, they're getting tired of the things that's happening over here. They're getting tired of watching the dollar crumble right before their eyes. If they're watching their money in business, they can see that the dollar's about to crash. Okay.
Basically, they're just tired of being bullied.
Yep.
They're tired of this shit too. They're tired of America, man. They're tired of the so-called white men too.
Yep. America bullied people into deals.
That's Joel 3.
They tired of this shit, man.
The weak shall say I am strong.
Yeah,
And that's what these other nations are doing right now. They tired of using America's dollar to buy oil.
getting price gouged and shit, heavy taxes and sanctions and shit.
If we don't do what America says, well, now here comes the fucking military.
Or the sanctions they put on all these countries.
Yep.
They're tired of that shit, man. They done with this place too.
Who the fuck are you to put sanctions on me when I'm living over here and I'm sovereign from?
I ain't got shit to do.
I ain't got shit to do with you.
Why you over here?
And that's the attitude that these other countries are beginning to have, you know. And they're going to be, and these other countries are going to begin, even though they were confederate against us, these other countries are going to begin to expose Esau's wickedness also.
That's right.
Because you have several countries back that statement about Esau putting America, putting the coronavirus in China.
Yep.
You know, and no one said anything about it. Like, oh no, that's not true. Everyone was like, yeah, that probably is true. I could see them doing some shit like that.
Hey, and everybody knows it. And then you proud ass Americans like, so what?
Yeah.
You guys don't give a shit that your country's turned its back on you. You're gonna have to pay the price. What was that? Keep going that way.
Keep going that way.
Oh, so we're gonna be going a while.
I still have it.
Yep.
Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
The Heavenly Father said, I am against thee. So he wants the destruction of this place. I am against thee. Go ahead.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness.
And I'm going to wake these nations up to all the bullshit that you've been doing for all these years.
Expose you.
Expose you. Okay? We're going to see clearly who you are. All your naked, all your little deceptive, it's like these chicks on Instagram and shit, right?
Yeah.
You know,
with all these filters and shit
and made up and all
what is it called? Airbrush shit.
Airbrush and angles and shit. But when you see them in the field, like, ugh. That's how these countries are starting to look at America.
It's just like when you see these bitches, they got what you call the no rush challenge.
Yeah.
These chicks is changing from their uniform to, you know, with their little dress and they makeup on. The bitch before she make that switch, bro. That's they seeing America like that.
You
know.
Wait.
Cinderella.
And America's basically an old whore.
Yeah.
She's past her prime.
Oh no.
Way past, yeah.
You know?
She used it up quick.
Oh, yeah.
She's past her prime, bro.
You said
They say burn the candle at both ends.
Done.
Burn the candle at both ends. They getting trains ran. The worst way that a woman could be on the earth, you know, as far as sexually and morally, that's America, man.
Yeah, and there was once upon a time where America was in her prime. Everybody wanted to deal with her.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wanted to come to America.
Yeah, man, it was
Everyone
the best
wanted to
thing
make
going.
deals and, you know.
we trying to get out.
Like America was the hottest bitch on the block.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
But those days are over.
Long over, man.
You know?
Long over.
He's an old hoe with no teeth.
Trump trying to give her
Titties are
5%.
sagging.
Yeah.
You know?
you said
Box is blown out.
Trying to get Botox and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you done. You through.
It's over,
you said
man.
America like the woman on I'm gonna get you sucker.
Popping off legs and eyes and wigs and shit. That's America. The Most High is exposing it.
She's on her last leg.
She been burning too many niggas.
Yeah, kind.
I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yep.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee.
The number one shame that America has is what it's doing to the children of Israel. What it has done and what it's been doing and going to continue to do as long as they got power. Because Esau hates you Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Right. If you don't know that by now, look at what he's doing. Look at what the laws he puts in place. It's all against you. Hey, people didn't forget.
You see him?
What is
I thought you was giving us a finger.
Hey, people didn't forgot that this thing was supposedly started in China. How everybody looking at the Chinese all weird.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna start looking at you weird. Okay? They're looking at you weird now. Hey, you heard people that died. I see somebody say, hey man, back up, man. Back up. Get too close to me, man. Back up. Talking to Negroes and Latinos, man.
It says that he's going to show the nations thy shame. What's the shame of America? How is this land conquered?
Yep.
How is this land established? Who built this land?
In the blood of the slaves, man. That's how. And I don't just mean the Negro slaves, and all of us. We're still in slavery, spilling our blood for this country, man. Okay? And I don't mean just as soldiers. We're still building this place. Okay? You still trying to bring this place back. This place ain't coming back, man.
I got a few. You should read right wrong. Okay, go ahead.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
When the scriptures say sit down in the dust, that's that filth, man, that confusion and that filth that's coming upon you, that's showing you that you ain't fit to lead the world. Hey, the American president is known as, whoever sits in the seat, is known as the leader of the free world, right? But you don't know shit. You can't even run your own country.
If I may say, when he says, I will cast a filth upon you, you know, he will make you as a gazing stock.
Yep.
That's like when you look at somebody with amazement and you just like, you're appalled.
Disgusted.
You're disgusted. You know,
Yep.
you're disgraced when you see it.
It's
Because these other countries, you know, they look at America and they see all these scandals that's coming out. They see how your politicians, your presidents, you know, your secretaries, they all are involved in sex trafficking and child molestation. All these files coming out on them. You know, constantly being exposed. Jeff Epstein and Pedo Island, and you know how
Harvey Weinstein shit.
Harvey Weinstein, you know, all the higher ups that control this country, them motherfuckers are filth.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of freaks, man, a bunch of sexual deviants. You know, and how they and also how the crimes that they're committing are being covered up by the courts. You know, you had Larry was it Larry Sinclair? No. Larry Sanger, the guy who founded Wikipedia. He went on Twitter and just spilled it all out, man. He said even your boy Donald Trump, he's on record to have rode in the Lolita Express, which was the private jet that Jeff Epstein owned. That, you know, they would import teenage boys and girls over there to that island. Donald Trump been on there multiple times. But ain't nobody making a fuss about that over here. But these other nations, they're paying attention.
Right.
So this is some shameful shit.
And then your American media, the news that you're supposed to trust, CNNs, let alone your local news, but your CNNs, MSNBCs, and Fox and all of that, they're not telling you about that either, though. They're not gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
Okay, but they know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
You have more?
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
I got a quick brief, and then you can go back. Habakkuk 2:16, it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered."
It's like a whole bitch talking about, you know how many dicks I done sucked, you know how many times niggas that blew it out and all of this. Like pride, like that's some shameful shit. What are you speaking pride out about? That's how America looks, man. Okay?
No, Salak.
Oh, my bad.
Let me correct you. It's like a woman that tried to hide those things.
Oh.
And it all just comes out about her.
Yeah,
You know
but she
what
been
I'm
acting innocent.
She
carries herself as like she has morals.
Yeah, like she's a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the scripture, I sit as a queen.
Yeah. You read that, didn't you?
Kind, so like,
Yeah.
You know, she's all about, you know, image.
yeah.
You know?
Read that again.
It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Oh, come.
Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
That's right.
And a lot of that is being fulfilled through the prophets of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know?
We're uncovering a lot of his heart.
Like, constantly exposing this devil and bringing everything out through the word, man. You know? That's how, hey, she's being consumed with the mouth of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You know? The secrets, everything is coming out.
And the coldest part, that's why that's the proper understanding of that, the water for that. Because the truth about it is America's been hiding this shit for so long, man. You think everybody thought that this place was the land of milk and honey, man. Thought that this was really that place.
Yeah.
Okay? Golden City. They thought this was the kingdom of heaven over here. Pretty much. You come over here, the freedoms and all of this stuff going on, prospering, you know, abundance is over here. But what does this place have to do to put that image out here?
Wickedness.
Wickedness, because what does it take to push that image? It takes you to have certain peoples in certain neighborhoods, or everything you see in America, okay? Certain people to be under tight slavery and tight watch.
America pretty much seduced the whole world.
Who are witchcraft.
Yeah.
Got them all
Deceived
googly
them.
eyed and can't see.
She seduced everybody.
These people, they watched a lot of Hollywood films,
Exactly.
Yep.
a lot of movies,
That's how they learned about
and that's how that was their perception of Babylon.
They were seduced.
It's like
When they came over here, you got fucked up healthcare system.
Yep.
You got a heavy prison industrial complex.
poverty, skid row.
You got a lot of poverty. Hey, look, here in Vegas is an opportunity. These motherfuckers come from wherever they come from in the world. They come to Las Vegas. All they have to do is just go a few blocks east of the strip, and it's contrary to what they see on this boulevard. You know?
Contrary to paradise.
So they think like, they look like, man, we're fooled. Like this ain't what we seen on TV.
Yep. They're starting to go through these hoods and take these pictures too, to show the rest of the world now.
Yeah.
They've been doing it. These people that they call it slumming.
Yeah.
They're going around the slum showing you the truth about America.
Yeah, man.
Taking these pictures and the documentaries and shit.
And this the reason that this whole is getting exposed so tough. This is the reason why the leaders have to clamp down on social media.
Yep.
You know, because so much information is being pushed on these different platforms. So now Esau has to step in and take control, man. Because too much is getting out, and that's where all that shame is coming.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's constant exposals every day. So that's why they're working on getting rid of the internet.
I was watching They Live. Remember that grocery store scene? You know what I'm saying? What did he say when he said, excuse, she goes, excuse, she bumped him, he goes, excuse me. She goes, you look like your head fell in a cheese dip back in 1957 or some shit like that, right? You're ugly. You real fucking ugly, right? Then he goes, see when I take these glasses off, she looks like a regular person. When you have those blinders on, and you have that American dream, that googly-eyed thing about America, you think this is the best place ever. You put the glasses on where you can see the truth about them. Said I put this on, real fucking ugly, right? Then what does she end up saying? I got one that can see. Hey, because people are waking up to this place. They can now see the truth about America. She has truly been exposed. Okay, anybody that don't see the expose that's happening in this place, that still believe in it, still want to invest, still love living here. And I don't mean you can just move away. But what am I supposed to do then? Where am I supposed to go? Turn to the stronghold of the Heavenly Father, man. Because anybody else, that's what I'm saying. Because if it's wonderful for you if you're not an Israelite. If you are one, you're not living good. You're not. I don't care how much money you got. You're not living good. There's a lot of Edomites that are in other nations that aren't living good here anymore. Yep. Okay? That's why they're like, let me take the little change I got. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I see this place crumble.
A lot of them were regretting that they came over here and tried to, you know.
My kids and got my daughters is all flooded out. My kids is stuck on video games and shit. Yep. They don't want to work in a family business. And I done lost half my money, or most of my money, fucking with this place over there.
Hey, was that Jeremiah 51? Where it says, let everybody return to their own country.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah 13?
Yeah, it was 51. Okay. Jeremiah 51, man. You know, now they're seeing clearly that this place is not what it was wrapped up to be. And now that the glory is beginning to fade in America, these nations that are here that can afford to go back home, they're taking it upon themselves to make that move, which is a smart move, man.
Yeah, a lot of you went all in on this place thinking you was gonna double up. And now you broke. Yep. The place crapped out, now you broke.
See, all these years, it's like all these years, you know, you were fornicating with Babylon because you've been under the wine of her fornication.
Right.
You've been intoxicated with Americanism, you know, Western culture, Western philosophy. And you compromise your own systemic principles and morals to come over here and indulge in the folly of Babylon, just so that you can, make money. Which really, you come over here and you make your money off of the slaves, which are these people. Mainly you come over here and you eat off of us. And Esau allows you to do that as long as you comply with him in his democracies.
Right.
So basically, in the beginning, it looked like that's a good ass deal. We gonna eat good? We gonna be able to, send, manufacture all these goods and export them over there. We could get paid. We can come over there, set up businesses, sell it to these consumers. And have all this wealth and be able to, enjoy the entertainment and, these vacations. And
our slaves love us?
Yeah.
And our slaves love us?
To freak off with their women.
Slaves, any other place in the world that has slaves, the slaves hated their slave masters. Except this fucking place.
Imagine how those people in China feel that's making iPhones every day, tennis shoes and shit. They hate that shit. A lot of them are committing suicide. But this is, like you said, this is the only place where slaves love their slave masters.
Right.
Yeah, so they
and want more. They want to go back. They want to go back to work.
Yeah. Go back to the cotton fields and shit.
Yeah, these nations they seeing it now, man. And it was all sweet, in the beginning. She was looking America was looking all appealing to you people. She was giving you that drink, and you was taking them shots back, man. You was on that T-Pain tip. If I take one more drink, I'm going, And you did end up sleeping with this whore, and now you don't like what's come of it.
Now it's the morning. It's sobered up.
Now you wiping your eyes and you like, oh, this bitch.
She done lied me for my money. I got an itch and shit. Like, I'm all fucked up now.
You like Marlon Wayans and More Money.
Yeah.
Fire.
You say you heard them doors closed, bro?
That's why going back to Jeremiah 51. This is why the Lord was saying for these nations to, hey man, sober up and get the hell up out of Babylon, man. Because this place is not going to get any better. It's not going to be cured. It's not going to be healed, man.
Somebody get that, bro?
Yeah, somebody can get it.
This is Jeremiah. You still reading, bro?
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. The nations are mad.
Yep, they mad, meaning they spaced out, man. Here it is. You're supposed to be a devout Muslim. All right, practicing the Sharia law, and y'all has come over here to Babylon, and now
you're telling people it's all right to not wear your beard.
Yeah, you can eat swine now.
Yeah.
All right, your woman can wear pants. She can wear what the hell she want to wear.
She gotta wear the hijab and all what else called.
She even can get proud against you now. She can talk to you any kind of way. But back at home, that's unseemly, man. You got Ishmaelite and even East Indian women that are Muslims that have been over here for so long. You got them hoes doing porn with hijabs on. You getting smashed by some blunt smoking, tatted up nigga, and you got your hijab on, talking about calling on Allah and shit in the field.
That's why they can't return back to their country.
They can't go back.
Can't go back.
Get done and be like, go make me some hummus. Like, fuck with them, bro.
Probably treating them like Brian Pumper and shit. Smearing hummus on their forehead and shit. Hey man, this place is wicked, man. This place is wicked as hell, man.
Hey, and they're living over there, and we ain't Muslims or nothing like that. They religion is off as well, but they're living a little bit closer than this place.
Right.
Okay, at least they're facing the right direction, so to speak. You got it.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. we would have healed Babylon, but
these people driving around hoping stop the quarantine, take us off the off the lockdown, stop the lockdown, all this other shit, right? They're talking about all that, right? They want to heal this place. They want the economy to come back and thrive, the housing market. They want all this shit to happen.
But that's the thing. Even if there was to stop the quarantine and everything was went back to so-called normal, the damage has already been done by this shutdown.
Yeah.
The economy can't bounce back after this. That's why they're trying to attempt to with the stimulus thing.
Yeah.
They're trying to replenish the economy. Now, all it's going to do is it's going to deepen the debt pool even worse.
The sad part is the people that really run America did this on purpose. That's the part that's going to hurt your feelings, man. You realize your government was in on them doing this, for taking your job from you, and destroying the economy and everything you work for, your whole livelihood, and destroyed it on purpose. So they can implement their new world order. So they can have their one world currency. So they can have you under complete totalitarian control.
Man, it's gonna be like
what's the word? Not that. Under a draconian law. Okay, where they can punish you for not following after what they want. That's why they had the Nazi Germany thing on, the little swastika on. Okay, because that's what this place is becoming, and you should be able to see it, but you people are still asleep.
Yeah, it's not going to be healed anytime soon, man.
They just extended the rent thing for another 30 days.
Yeah.
And for all the people who are already 30 days past due, now they're
they're
60
getting-
days past due, and they're going to be 90 days.
They can get them.
You
They're
go
going to
get
get them evictions.
Yeah.
Because Jay can't come up with it
Yeah.
all at once.
Yep.
Plus
And
you
there's
got to
no
buy
job.
food.
And
No
there's no
job.
job.
And no unemployment coming in.
and the stimulus check ain't gonna cover all that.
No.
Right.
Well, even if you get a stimulus check.
Yeah, kind of.
Because
Take the money taxes. Like that.
If you living in California right now and you happen to you ain't got no, like, basically you lost your job, so you finna depend on this $1,200 check, right?
Your rent is
That's you still can't live.
yeah.
You actually gotta partner in with somebody that's getting another check, and that might not even be enough. You know,
Yep. Cost of living.
the cost of living there is crazy.
It's high, man.
So then, what are the people gonna resort to? Running in your shit,
Yep.
taking your goods,
Yep.
taking your food,
Yep.
and they're not gonna care about the repercussions.
It's
You
gonna be
know,
a bunch of burglaries.
imagine if you could run into someone's house, you could run into a bank or whatever, and you wouldn't go to jail. There were no repercussions. People be robbing banks all the time, right?
Yep.
Same thing is going to take place. And people are not going to regard the laws, like the scripture says, not going to regard your kings or princes.
Got it.
there's no the police aren't answering calls.
Yeah,
No,
kind of.
Answering burglary calls or
They
anything.
ain't got
So
time for that type of stuff.
Domestic violence.
yeah.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming
Yeah.
to beating your wife. You know what I mean? Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 14, I'll read down a little bit. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's describing anarchy.
Yep, the purge, man.
Yeah.
Straight up. Okay? That was a real visual of how things are going to be. But there's not going to be a siren that ends it, though. Okay? And everybody, oh, okay, it's over. No, man, people are going to continue living that in nighttime, in daytime, back to nighttime, back to daytime. It's going to continue going on and on.
And if you're not covered by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're going to have to literally be on guard, on guard 24 hours.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to sleep. People gonna be losing sleep.
Hell yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to sleep, man, because you're gonna be constantly hearing motherfuckers running, screaming.
I got the night shift. You got the day shift. You know?
Then you got to worry about that person turning on you.
Hey, why you think in I Am Legend when Will Smith was in his home, he had everything boarded up, and at night he had to shut everything down,
Right
and then
before
get
the
it,
sun.
and he would get in his tub with his dog, and he would have that big ass gun with him, because that's how bad it was. You know, you got to literally barricade yourself in your home with protection, because people gonna be out there starving and looking for food, man.
If you don't have that covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the minute of the Lord, we're not about to be up there just, oh my God, like we expect for Esau to come down with great wrath. We expect the door to be kicked in. We expect these things. We're not afraid of these things. We know these things must take place for us to get where the hell we want to get to the kingdom, to get out of here. You other people that's trying to save yourselves, save your life in this society, try to preserve yourself, you know, it's going to happen to you. You're going to bug out. You're going to be a part of these prophecies.
You're not prepared for the things that are coming, man. You're not. If that's what you're thinking, you're not prepared for it. Hey, this wasn't easy. How easy? Think about what Yahweh Shah went through, right? He had to understand, hey, you got to get killed for this. He's like, damn, is there another way? No. Same with us. We understand this bad stuff has to happen to the world and to us particular for us to get to where we got to go. It's part of what has to happen. Only way to get there. A little more on it. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. And that's what's about to go down.
Hey, invading one another.
Hey, Vegas is one of the cities that's kind of ready for this because they put most of you Negroes and Latinos way over there and all the working class over there and then the rich over there. You know what I'm saying? They got them kind of divided up. So they can watch when the people migrate in directions. Okay? When they can watch it with a drone.
Yeah.
And they can try to cut it off at the pass. But hey, guess what? They ain't gonna be able to stop everybody, man. This place is gonna get ran through. Jake gonna have to run up in your shit, man. When people get hungry, the level of morality goes out the window, man. It's dog kill or be killed, dog eat dog. Okay?
Especially with all this gentrification.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, and a lot of these lines are blended. Exactly right. A lot of these lines where working class Edomites and working class Jake, they live next to it. Those are the people that are the most comfortable. Okay, that's used to eating 3 square meals a day or whatever the hell it is.
You'll have some nice, brand new neighborhood, and around there you have some fucked up Jake neighborhood.
Yep, fucked up apartment complexes and shit. Yeah.
So, hey, the Heavenly Father just set it up perfectly, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's really like that. If you look at the demographic of how America's set up in the different major cities, it's like that everywhere.
Yep.
It's not. You got LA where you got really South Central, Compton, Watts, you know, in all that area, and then you move further north, that's where Esau lives. Out here is really parts of the Southern Highlands and Summerlin, and some parts of Henderson, and pretty much they can scatter all over, you know, but that's where the Edomites live. Like in New York, it's really Manhattan, upper Manhattan, where the Edomites stay, in the little suburbs, like in Jersey and stuff, but all around is Jake, and the projects and shit. Same thing with Chicago, you know, some parts of Chicago, you know, but that's how Esau set it up, and that's why they like, eventually when the shit hits off, when it's martial law, that's where the borders are going to be set to really protect the Edomites. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to protect all of them. Hey, like you said, some are going to slip through the cracks.
Yeah, that's why it's the purpose of them having gated communities is to keep you niggas out.
Yep.
And make sure they set the guard tower right there with the security, with the surveillance cameras, and you know, can I see your ID, sir? What is your who are you here for? And they got to go and dial that number and make sure to confirm you.
Hey, you expecting a visitor right now?
Right.
We got a such and such at the door, at the gate. You know, saying that you were coming to the house.
But Jake just gonna pull up and just kill his ass. Get past him,
bro.
Get over the fence or whatever, and go and run through that shit.
At the end of the day, where do you think that security guard that's guarding that lives? Right. He ain't living up in there with Esau. He's making damn near minimum wage, a little bit above minimum wage, protecting these motherfuckers. He's gonna be back home trying to guard his house. So it's gonna, a lot of times, it's gonna be pretty much free entrance into that gated community. Cause ain't nobody, and it's usually Jake that's up there. Ain't nobody about to guard your shit while they shit getting broke in at the house.
Yeah, the shit had already popped off in my neighborhood. I ain't got a gate around my shit.
I'm not reporting to work this week.
The fucking troops would let me out from my house. I'm still stuck in my neighborhood. I can't come to work today.
Well, James, if you can get here, please, you know. No, I ain't gonna make it today, man.
Straight up. I mean, these are real life scenarios that are coming to you. You people are prepared. Again, it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You ain't gonna be able to go to the next city, man. Hey, watch when they stop, when there's only limited trucks coming in and it's not coming to your neighborhood. Watch what happens. When it's only going to certain neighborhoods and they gotta get to certain checkpoints, and for you to eat, you gotta have that chip and access through that hey, what that movie In Time, right? They had the ghetto was locked off, right? But you had to pay a certain amount of money that nobody in the ghetto had to get to the next county or the next place. Eventually, you had to have a certain amount of time, which was like money, to get over into the prestigious area. Then once you got there, time's still ticking. You know, that's the same thing here. They ain't letting you over there. Like they had places down in before the strip was shut down, you couldn't even go in these restaurants if you didn't have a gold or a black card or platinum or whatever the hell it was. You weren't on a certain tax bracket.
Yeah.
You can't even come in here.
You can't go without a reservation.
Without a reservation.
And you had to really be somebody to get a reservation.
That's right. A certain amount of money to put out there. Because plates are starting at 50 a crack for the appetizers.
Wow.
You know? They have real shit like that here. High level. Fucking unicorn, I'm joking. You know, but serious shit that Jake would never know. Or never experience. It's
I got a quick one.
You got it.
It's Luke 19:43. It says, "For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemy shall cast a trench about thee."
What's that trench? Like a moat, like a hedge of protection around themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And compass thee round about and keep thee in on every side. So that means what? That these checkpoints is going to be meant to basically barricade or fortify you Jakes, wherever you at. You ain't going to be able to leave into a whole nother city, man.
And guess what? Now that you're more susceptible than anybody else to this coronavirus deal, they ain't gonna want to let you out to mingle amongst the rest of the people, so you can infect everybody, whether you got it or not. That's the point. It don't matter if you got it. They just don't want you around everybody else no more.
They're gonna try to keep order as much as they can for as long as they can, but eventually it's gonna pop off.
Yeah, people gonna wild
right?
out.
Eventually the military is not just gonna be able to hold everybody back.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
They're gonna get hit too. What? They're not immortal.
Hell yeah.
You know, they're gonna get hit too.
Hey, some of them is just gonna get frustrated and come out there.
You know, it's the spirit you said that because I was looking at this article earlier. In Germany, it says Germany, police attacked while enforcing social distancing measures.
Yeah.
So out there, they're attacking the police for enforcing the social distancing. How much more here?
What about the DC? Wasn't that DC?
Yeah.
And
then
cops
projects.
take the L. Come to the project telling all Jake to go back in the house. They realized it was like maybe 7 cops, and then they had like 3 or 4 women with them too, right? Women cops. Yeah. They was laughing at them. Jake all dancing in their face. Take your ass back to where the fuck you came from. Get out of here. You know? And they just have to do the walk of shame and walk off. Jake fucking with them this close and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't people that shit fucking with them.
Yeah.
So eventually they gonna get frustrated and be like, man, fuck this shit, man. I ain't protecting these people.
Yeah, just like you got the nurses and doctors that are calling it quits, they're frustrated. You got a lot of police officers, law enforcement that's frustrated. They calling it quits.
I think Metro out here is gonna start laying people off.
Yeah.
We saw that happen already.
A lot of them was
Katrina.
committing suicide.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, what is it, the yellow vest over there in France.
Oh, yep.
They was protesting for damn near a year.
Yep.
And them police, man, they couldn't take that shit. You have to, knowing every day you got to go and deal with the protesters, deal with the chaos. A lot of them are either quitting or committing suicide.
And come home to your wife and be like, man, they was throwing rocks at us yesterday, and I got to go back tomorrow.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, they have families too.
Yeah.
You think they don't want to go home and protect their own family?
Yeah.
They don't want to be out here fighting for the government forever either. Eventually, it's just gonna pop off, man. The military is not gonna be fighting, holding Jake back forever.
Right.
And these Edomites, there's only so much food and ammo you can stock up on.
Yep.
All right, you can't barricade yourself forever in you fucking luxurious neighborhoods. All right.
Yep. That's what they're
That
planning.
shit is gonna get stormed.
Yeah, that shit gonna get hit
It's
too.
gonna get stormed.
Yep. We gonna sit back and laugh.
Yep.
We gonna sit back and laugh. Let the whole scenario play out. Yeah, more on that, or that was it.
Wasn't there more in 2nd Ezra 15?
Hey, I'm reading. I'm saying you was done with that.
Yeah, that was the point.
Okay, come. I'm gonna read 17 again. A man, this is 2 Edda 15 and 17. A man shall be, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, here's that word again, right? The cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And men were supposed to be the tough guys of the family, man. But men gonna be afraid like women. Where's that at where it says men holding their loins like a woman in travail? Somebody grab that Bible for sure. Hey, you got a tough guys right now, run out of bullets out of your guns. And watch what happens. You ain't got it stocked up like Esau got it anyway. You gonna have your big, I got a 9mm for these niggas. I got a Mac 10 for these niggas that wanna come. Yeah, but what about when Esau rolled through and he got the big shit? That shit, that heavy M16 type shit, that military grade shit. Then what you gonna do? You gonna be scared. You grab it? Okay, come.
This is, I started 4. Jeremiah 30 and 4. And these are the words of the Lord spoke concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Whether do I see every man with his hands?
Men can't have babies. So why are men troubled like that? They said it looks like men are about to have babies because of the fear that they have on the pains, on the internal pain that they're going, the mental pain that they're going to be going through. Go ahead.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
They lost the color because they're so afraid. They say, man, you look like you seen a ghost. That's what people gonna be like, scared shitless, man. Okay, scared out of their mind. All right, for the things that are coming. Man, I was talking to Bob a couple years back, man. We was at that Super Bowl party. He told me he went and picked up a big chunky shit that shoot 50 cal gun. It's like a, big chunky shit, man. He just live up the block. And I can hear that shit getting let off night after night, getting closer and closer down toward our house. And we done got all this food in here. Now what we gonna do? If he coming here for that, how we gonna protect him? You ain't got no answers.
Ain't called the police not coming to the calls no more.
Only person with enough firepower to try to stop him would be the police, and they ain't gonna be there for you. You know?
Man, you're gonna be hearing women screaming, babies screaming, crying.
Yep.
And that in itself is an uneasy thing. Like you hearing a family just and they're hopeless.
Yep.
And you thinking to yourself like, damn man, like fuck, like a lot of you men, to a certain extent, you've had to deal with certain adversities. Yep. Especially if you a Jake in the hood, you've experienced gunshots. Whether you were shot at or whether you seen somebody get shot, you've been to clubs or parties, and a whole crowd had to disperse because some gunfire rung out. You're used to shit like that. But see, that's not enough to make you niggas fearful on the level that the prophecy is talking about.
That's right.
The major shit is gonna be happening that you never saw happen before. That's what's gonna scare the shit out you, man. Fearful apparitions. Wild beasts. You walk outside the house and you see a damn a freaking
jaguar, anything.
Yeah, a mountain lion.
Yep.
Eating somebody's brains out, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna just you gonna mentally flip.
Imagine Jake out there trying to creep on somebody's house. They run into a fucking mountain lion, bro.
It's over.
Coyotes.
You see a pack of wolves, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking somebody up.
Because these animals, they gotta eat.
Hey, they ain't playing no games when it comes to their food.
They gotta